Okay, let's see where we go.
It just amuses me so much, right? I hope it was worth it, America. I'm so glad that while Cheeto Mussolini... Okay, maybe I'm actually talking to a child. Maybe I'm sorry, look, debunking fake science. When you finish your GCSEs, maybe we should talk. Just, is that a thought? Fills his cabinet with Goldman Sachs bankers and rips healthcare away from 24 million people. Hang on a second. Who do you think would have been in Hillary's cabinet? Who were you expecting? And, I mean, were you expecting Trump to fill it with builders and plumbers? Just out of interest. I mean, you say that he's not anti-establishment, but it's weird that the entire establishment was pitted against him and he won. So that does make him anti-establishment. Now, I'm not saying he's not an elitist, although I don't think he actually is, given by what he's actually doing and the way that he's approaching them. He's still doing rallies, for Christ's sake, because you can't get anything accurate out of the media. And I'll show you an example of that in a minute. But anyway, and rips healthcare away from 24 million people. Hang on now. Are we going to be shocked that he's repealing Obamacare? Are we going to be... Oh my god, he's actually doing... Yes, he said he was going to do it. He has literally done everything he fucking said he would, or at least tried to, and you're acting like this is some sort of pearl-clutching moral conundrum. We knew this was coming. Yes, they voted for that over voting for Hillary. Imagine how awful the left must be to end up in this position. But from 24 million people who statistically are going to be Trumpists themselves, and the taste of irony, they don't mind. They'll pay for their own healthcare, okay? Or they'll get by. They think the alternative is worse. Are you not listening to that? What you support, the left, is worse to them than not having healthcare. That's how bad it is. That you arseholes were there fighting the good fight against the biggest threat to humanity yet. Bluehead Tumblr feminists. Hang on a second. Let me just get my channel up. I don't think I've ever made a video about Tumblr in my life. I've never used Tumblr. That's the problem. So let's just have a quick look. Cult behavior and analysis. Oh. Bluehead Tumblr feminists. That wasn't a book by a doctor or anything. Right, okay, so an issue I had with Steve Bonnell, the Dutch elections, This Week in Stupid, which again, I don't talk about feminists. Richard Dawkins, Vault 7, Twitter, because a huge social media platform. Owen Jones at Labour, right, okay. Me just having some fun at the media, right, okay. John Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is he a Bluehead Tumblr feminist? I can't tell. What about the mass smear campaigns against Milo and PewDiePie? Is that a Bluehead Tumblr feminist thing, is it? I imagine it is. Oh, a complete breakdown of how exactly the media...
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that anymore.
Convenience fee. Katie's Roar is a #1 hit and a call to women held down to get back up. Tells us they make money only on the fees. Most of the actual ticket price goes to artists and promoters. But get this, Katie's promoter owns Ticketmaster.
They're a monopoly, like they have all the tickets.
Now, several companies charge convenience fees for everything from concerts to sports events, but Ticketmaster's the biggest, by far. Ticketmaster won't talk to us on camera, but says those fees cover the costs of providing a convenient way to buy tickets. And they tell us fans can avoid paying the fee. They can purchase tickets for the box office directly or through resale sites, and often these purchases come with varying ticket prices and service levels. Katy Perry's tour is a blockbuster at the ACC. And a windfall for Ticketmaster. We figure Lauren's dumb charge generates more than $850 grand. Guess who's not inside?
man. Okay?
It's a total meltdown.
Don't worry, I'm going to let my co-pilot fly it. He's a man. Okay?
It's a This is your captain speaking.
Okay, if you don't feel safe, get off the airplane.
This is your captain speaking, but never like this.
I'll stop, and we'll fly the airplane. Don't worry, I'm going to let my co-pilot fly it. He's a man. Okay?
It's a total meltdown. The pilot boarded in her street clothes and addressed the passengers over the intercom. Passenger Pam O'Neill couldn't believe what was happening.
She said, let's take a vote. How many of you would like to take off now with me dressed as I am, or would you prefer that I take 10 minutes to get changed into my cute little uniform? Then she started talking about her divorce and political candidates, and the minute she mentioned that, a gentleman stood up and just yelled, "Whoa, enough, you're scaring me."
Another passenger, Randy Reese, got up to leave and gave a running commentary on social media. "I'm shaking right now." The captain demonstrated that she was not mentally in a safe space. She says, "Sorry, I'm going through a divorce." Uh-oh. The pilot also insulted a mixed-race couple on board.
Did I offend you? Okay, so did I purposely offend you? I did. The answer is yes.
The more she tried to convince everyone she was okay to fly, the more people got off.
Flight attendants, please disarm doors.
Anthony Roman is a retired pilot.
Everything went wrong on the flight. The captain clearly was in an emotional state and was having a breakdown. The right thing to do, you don't feel safe on an aircraft, is to take matters into your own hand and get up and leave that aircraft.
After 20 passengers insisted on getting off the United Airlines flight, the pilot quietly left the aircraft.
Okay, if you don't feel safe, get off the airplane.
The United Airlines flight from Austin to San Francisco was delayed about 2 hours until another pilot took over. As for the original pilot you saw there, the airline says she has been removed from her duties pending an investigation.
It's the photo that sums up the American working man. This guy is so determined to fix a burst pipe, he dives into the muddy water head first. The homeowner was overwhelmed at the worker's dedication.
When I walked back outside, the kid was in there.
She had one question for the dedicated worker.
Do you mind if I take your picture? Because my husband is never going to believe this.
The photo has gone viral internationally, with talk about the guy going above and beyond the call of duty. So who is the submerged worker who overnight has become a global symbol of the American can-do spirit?
My job is a very dirty job.
Meet Jimmy Cox. He works for a local water utility outside Fort Worth, Texas.
You basically just hold your breath, and if stuff starts going up your nose, that's too bad.
We put Jimmy in contact with another guy who knows all about dirty jobs.
Tell me you've had a shower or two.
It's Mr. Dirty Jobs himself, Mike Rowe, most recently host of CNN's Somebody's Gotta Do It. He's raising a toast to Jimmy.
And tell me that was a water line, because if that was a sewage line, I'm going to have to buy you a whole case of beer.
Yes, sir. This time it was a water line. It was a water line. I've had to do that in sewer, so have a couple other guys I've worked with. It's never a fun experience, but you got to do what you got to do.
And get this. In the photo, you'll notice Jimmy is wearing a pair of Wranglers. The jeans company is so impressed, they're sending him a year's supply. A little bonus for a man who defines dedication on the job.
That's the kind of picture that makes people want to say, hey, Jimmy Cox, you're all right.
Thank you, sir. It feels pretty crazy that that many people are staring at a picture of my butt, not gonna lie.
It's a summertime staple, people jumping and getting a rush when they go off a bridge or a cliff into the water. But for far too many people, what seemed like fun turns out to be very risky business.
Every summer, dozens of risk takers jump, flip, and dive off sky-high bridges and cliffs into dangerous waters below. Videos of death-defying leaps are all over the internet. Bad boy Justin Bieber jumped off a cliff in Hawaii, landing in treacherous surf.
I think it's okay.
These teenage girls are clearly nervous before they take the plunge, and with good reason.
Oh, we're gonna get her!
One of them is winded by the impact and has trouble breathing. Luckily, her friends are there to help. But the close call doesn't stop them. They just keep on jumping. And watch what happens when this guy attempts a colossal dive. He hits the cliff. He had to be medevaced to the nearest hospital with injuries to his ribs. Here at Inside Edition, the dangers of these risky jumps are known all too well. Charlie McElravy, a former investigative producer for the show, nearly lost his life after plunging 100 feet off this bridge near Yosemite National Park in California.
I remember peering over and being like, holy cow, this is high.
This picture was snapped just seconds before Charlie slammed into the water below.
As soon as I made contact with the water, I knew something was instantly wrong. I couldn't feel anything below my waist. It was just like this giant shock. And I came up. Luckily, I got to the surface, and I was screaming. I was, help, help.
Charlie shattered a vertebrae on impact, almost severing his spinal cord. He was confined to a wheelchair and had to learn to walk again.
Look at Charlie's walking.
Today, he still deals with constant pain.
But look at this thing. Look, what were you thinking?
I've done a lot of dumb things in my life, but this was by far and away the stupidest.
He wants his brush with death to be a cautionary tale to anyone thinking the thrill might be worth it.
It may look cool, it looks like a hell of a thing to do. It was, but I paid the consequences. And I deal with that every day of my life now. So don't do it.
Good advice, Charlie. Definitely don't do it.
The search is on today for these knuckleheads who toppled an iconic rock formation millions of years old. The shocking act of vandalism was caught on video by two guys flying a drone nearby.
I don't know how much the rock weighs, but you know, this huge rock.
Millions of years old. The shocking act of vandalism was caught on video by two guys flying a drone nearby.
I don't know how much the rock weighs, but you know, this huge rock. And then you see in my footage, you know, that they just toppled the rock over.
When David Kalis confronted them, they claimed the rock formation was a safety hazard.
For them to have the intentions of just knocking over the rock for the sole purpose of being vandals, just, you know, just make me upset.
This is how the rock formation, known as the Duckbill, in Oregon's spectacular Cape Kiwanda State Park, used to look. The area is off limits to visitors, but over the years, people have posted online spectacular photos atop the Duckbill and even proposed marriage. This is how the iconic formation looks today, a heap of rocks. Authorities thought the duckbill had collapsed from natural erosion until they saw the video posted to Twitter. Got him! Wiggle it! Photos atop the duckbill and even proposed marriage. This is how the iconic formation looks today, a heap of rocks. Authorities thought the duckbill had collapsed from natural erosion until they saw the video posted to Twitter. Got him! Wiggle it! Just a little bit. The case is similar to this incident in Utah in 2013 when two scoutmasters toppled an ancient rock formation that had stood for 200 million years.
Yeah, don't break the environment. The environment's not there for you to break.
味方がタワーを破壊しました。ごめんね、あんたを倒すのが私の使命なの。味方が倒されました。
味方が倒されました。敵を倒しました。おっと、そこまで。敵のアストップ。
私はこんな衣装着せてなんて頼んでないかんね。私はきらめく流れ星。
敵を倒しました。敵を倒しました。
自分を責めないで。私がやってあげるから。私がこの役に選ばれたなんて信じられる？よし、暴れたいのはどっち？
敵を倒しました。
スターライトは全てお見通しよ。
キリングスプリー。
あんまり
味方がタワーを破壊しました。
私はここよ。
島は決して忘れぬ。
味方のタワーが破壊されました。敵を倒しました。敵の手にシャットダウン。味方が倒されました。味方がタワーを破壊しました。
え？あんたの銃は話しかけてこないの？私はここよ。
味方が倒されました。
今のは私じゃない。この銃が勝手にやったの。ごめんね。あんたを倒すのが私の使命なの。今日も世界の危機を解決よ。
敵のダブルキル。敵のトリプルキル。
みんなあんたが怖いんだって。やめて、ガーディアンのルールを破らせないで。なんかさ、スターガーディアンとか言われてもさ、まだよくわかんないんだよね。
あなたのチャンスが倒されました。
私の行くところ、いつでもどこでも大混乱。
敵のレジェンダリー。
飛ぶ星も落とす勢い。光る危険な星よ。よーし、暴れてるのはどっち？
味方が倒されました。敵を倒しました。味方がタワーを破壊しました。
ガーディアンとやらに胸はつかんだわ。私の友達に挨拶してよ。これで何でも見えるわよ。
シャットダウン。
やっ
味方がタワーを破壊しました。
なんだか悪いことしてるみたい。
シャットダウン。
止めたのは
シャットダウン。
生まれた場所に戻る。
味方が倒されました。
そんなこともあるし。ガーディアンってやつはお行儀よくないとダメなわけ？ごめんね、ファーストスターがやれって言うから。正義の味方とかって全然楽しくないんだけど。これが私の自慢の銃よ。隠し事なんて無理ね。私がこの役に選ばれたなんて信じられる？
敵のキリングスプリー。
私はきらめくのアガラ星。
Like,
敵を倒しました。敵のレジェンダー。今日も世界の危機を解決よ。銃だね。シャットダウン。
さあヤクロ、みんなだって個人的には何もないんだけど、倒すのが義務なの。私がこの役に選ばれたなんて信じられる？スターガーディアンやっててよかった。光る危険な星よ。私たちには使命があるの。狙ってなかったから忘れちゃったけど。まず自分を責めないで。
seriously, you people! Holy fuck! Like, I can't fucking trust you people. Where did I find this person?
味方が倒されました。
そうだね。この銃撃たせて。ごめんね。ファーストスターがやれって言うから。 なんだか悪いことしてるみ
味
たい。
方が倒されました。
楽しくないんだけど。
味方が倒されました。シャットダウン。敵を倒しました。味方がタワーを破壊しました。味方が倒されました。味方が倒されました。
そんなこともあるし。あんたたちは話しかけてこないの？
味方が倒されました。
ファーストスターになるには
敵のキリングスプリー
いっぱいキラキラをつけないとダメなの？ごめんね、ファーストスターがやれって言うから。やめて、ガーディアンのルールを破らせないで。
I'm dead.
敵のキリングスプリー。敵のダブルキル。味方のタワーが破壊されました。敵のワンストッパー。味方が倒されました。
Nah, it's trash. She doesn't want to win.
味方のタワーが破壊されました。味方のインヒビターが破壊されました。
まだやれる。
I'm dead again, right here. Like,